course.
With this, I wanted to talk about the trust movement. You've got these,
Truth movement.
Yes. You've got all these concerts coming up, but you got to start cutting your jib as a lead man. You say it took 20 years to really get appreciated, but you started as a lead man with Rock and Roll High School Forever.
Yeah. Well, I actually started before that.
But really, of us seeing
the first soundtrack I did was Dream a Little Dream.
You sang on that.
Yeah.
On the.
Well, it never made it to the soundtrack.
Okay, because that's one of my favorite soundtrack albums.
In the video, we did the video with Michael Damian.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, I actually recorded and created a song with Michael Damian. That was the first.
That was the first thing that you've ever. Yeah. So, in your trajectory of music, you're saying this is the most thing you've been, proud of musically is the new work,
the new Truth Movement album. Yes.
But where creatively did it? You starting from, you said, your first thing was on Dream a Little Dream, and then now you did the music in some of the music in Rock and Roll High School Forever as well,
yes,
right? Those were actually your songs.
Right.
So, lyrically. Creatively, your evolution.
Well, okay. I mean, basically, when I started, it was really about kind of like 80s pop rock, because that's the time that I grew up, and so that was what was popular. So, as a solo artist, I was doing a lot of that kind of ear candy type stuff, and of course, I was best friends with Michael Jackson and Cyndi Lauper and people like that who were my influences. So that was the kind of stuff I was writing. But as I evolved as a musician and started taking the art form a little bit more seriously, my likes and interests grew, so I started becoming a huge fan of bands like the Beatles, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Billy Joel, the real artists. And as a result of that, I made it my quest and my goal to not only try and write more proficiently and more in that direction, but to befriend these people and get their influences heavily induced in my life, which I was successful at doing. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to land the talent and help of great artists like John Caron from Pink Floyd, who's currently right now on tour.
I was wondering about there's a lot of synth influence in the album.
Right.
So that's
well, John's actually on the album. He co-wrote and co-produced some of the songs. So we have John Caron from Pink Floyd. We have Scotty Page, who played sax for Pink Floyd for 3-4 years, and he's touring with us right now. Mark Caron, who is in Grateful Dead and Rat Dog and the other ones. So we have a lot of those classic rock guys who are honest, real, attributed artists contributing on this album. And then Storm Thurgeson, who did all of Pink Floyd's artwork through the years, Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall, Wish You Were Hairy Animals, all of it has done our artwork and has done a beautiful job.
So not just for the album, for the big stage show, the big elaborate stage show and everything.
We have videos which incorporate his artwork. I mean, it's a big production. It's
does any of it
laser
exist?
light show, multimedia.
Does any of it exist on the internet yet at all?
Is there footage anywhere?
Yeah, is there footage anywhere?
Yeah, if you go to YouTube, you can check out the sneak peek of the Technology Analogy live premiere, or just type in Truth Movement sneak peek OK, and the OK song, which is about a 12-minute song, just show a very nice clip of what we do on the live stage show.
Fantastic.
And that actually has John Caron from Pink Floyd, Scotty Page, everybody played on one show together. And I can tell you about the Lost Boys Ball. This is going to be a very unique and exciting event, because not only is it an opportunity for fans of the genre of Lost Boys to get together in one place and celebrate by watching the movie together with me, but Truth Movement's going to do a full 1-hour show, because the movie or the album is like a movie and it tells its own story. So basically, you're going to get both stories: the Lost Boys story, the Truth Movement story, and sneak peek from the new movie, as well as a Q&A with some of the cast members, and everybody gets to come in costume. So it's a costume party, costume contest. You're part of the experience.
Rock and Horror Picture Show.
Exactly. It's a full 360 kind of experience, which has never been done before. Never in history has Live Nation and a studio come together to create an event.
Is there any Truth Movement tracks on the Lost Boys?
Yes, from the new album. So that's why we're playing the album.
So,
from the 2008 album, or from an album that's forthcoming?
No, from the 2008
album.
Okay. Should we make another Lost Boys sequel, which I hear is quite possible in the pipeline, then we would make a new Truth Movement album, put even more of the music in the film, and then really...
So wait, you would wait for the movie to happen before making another album?
Well, no, I think we'd probably be doing them simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
That'll be my next year.
I have one quick question. It's actually a bet question between a friend of mine who grew up in Astoria and was there when you guys were doing Goonies. I believe the Good Enough video that you guys were in was the catalyst for my music career. He believes Billy Ocean was for Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car.
For my career?
Yeah, I said I believe that when you were involved with Cyndi Lauper and the music for that, I thought that's where he decided to get into music because she's cool. He believes it was Billy Ocean.
You both lost.
That was worth $5.
I wasn't that big of a fan of the Billy Ocean song, and B, no, Cyndi Lauper video actually had nothing to do with it because I was already writing. I started writing at 11. Michael Jackson was very much the catalyst, but even more so, and this was surprising to all of you, my biggest catalyst in what started me as a writer was Weird Al Yankovic.
Very cool.
Because as a writer, the first thing that I did, I was 10, 11 years old, and I'd be sitting in my room, and I would play a little tape recorder. I would take my tape recorder, record my favorite songs off the radio, and then really try to learn the phrasing and the lyrics and like how a song was structured. And the best example to me was Weird Al, because he would take these songs and kind of turn them into his own. So before I knew how to write my own songs, I took other people's songs and I turned them into parodies. And that was what taught me how to write verse, chorus structure, and timing and rhythm and all that sort of stuff.
He had already deconstructed to them, so you saw the elements and how he had done it.
Exactly, exactly. So that was actually my teacher.
I'm going to move you over to that table. If you guys want to glom over that way and piggyback on to that.
It was really a lot of fun talking to you guys.
I feel like such a cheater right now.